I'm going to call the March 28th, 2020 meeting of the Board of Selectmen of the Select Board to order. Let's begin by, let's all join in on the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of America, and
to the republic for which it stands,
one
one nation, under God, indivisible, with
liberty and justice for all. Thanks. I'm reminded that this meeting is being recorded by NCTV. We'll move right into our town administrator report. Mr. Moresco.
We can, and before we do that, Mr. Chairman, can you just make a motion to open the meeting? Because we're doing Zoom, we got to do roll calls and everything.
That's right, it's remote. I'd like to make the motion to open the meeting.
I would second that.
A motion's been duly made and second, and roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
2-0 to open the meeting. The meeting's now open, and I will do the town administrator report. Week of March 14th, calling to WATD for our meeting review. Meeting with Chairman Rowland to review some items on the agenda. Meeting with PMA and Fred Russell, our facility director, to review issues for the week on the police and DPW projects. Meeting with Bill Grafton regarding Concon issues at 76A Marginal Street. Meeting with Fred and Owen Sabai, Department of Transportation, regarding Marshfield Airport, removal of the underground storage tanks and relative soils. Meeting with Risa Clark to review budget issues. Meeting with Dan Bastille, our town accountant, and Lisa Clark, our treasurer collector, and Chief Simpson regarding the Marshfield Fire Department overtime issue. Had my department head meeting. We talked about town meeting, the joint meeting, dress code at town hall, clinic changes, and CRS issues. Had a meeting with Ben Verga from Buds. The town received their first check for $125,000. Had weekly police project meeting with the owner, architect, and contractor to review the police project, final painting, lobby work, ELC and Ox building. Had a meeting with Dan Bastille, town accountant, and Lisa Clark, treasurer collector, to review financial issues, annual report, capital budget issues, and advisory board issues. DPW weekly construction meeting dealt with elevation, soils, and foundation. Tour of the police building with Chief Tavares, Greg Durer, the photographer, and the Wheeler, the Patriot Ledger reporter, for a first tour inside the newly constructed police building. Facility briefing with Fred Russell on maintenance issues for schools and general government. Meeting with the Revolutionary War Committee, collecting names of all those that served in the Revolutionary War from Marshfield. Participated in hazard mitigation workshop at MEMA and FEMA. Grant funding opportunities for all, flood mitigation, building resilient structures, and hazard mitigation planning. Maya did a site visit to the police station. Jelaine Mitchell came and toured the facility. They're from our insurance company. Meeting with Bill Grafton regarding community compact grant for an IT project that Bill is spearheading for all of Town Hall. Meeting with Bev and Lisa and Ian to final review of the warrant before going to printer. Meeting with Dan Pilata, who is our owner project manager for the COA project, to review final bills. Phone call with Attorney Stiles regarding the Martin family issue to resolve an impasse for the synchronized light issue. Phone conversation, follow-up, and email with town moderator for joint meeting and town meeting issues. Bob Galvin issue to resolve 20 Wrexham Road tax payment. Discussion with DPW to resolve maintenance of police and fire vehicles. DPW to take back repairs on May 1st. Meeting with CBI, our architect, resident architect, on town hall renovations with Fred Russell, including 4 new bathrooms, the media center, reconfiguration of space, a nursing room, con space, and additional space for a veterans office. Work with Tom Scollins and the advisory board chair on necessary votes and direct charges, DPW budget, maintenance budget, gas accounts, and revolving accounts for the senior center. Week of March 21st, meeting with Andrew Stewart on floodplain issues. meeting with Craig Hannafin, Chair of the Conservation Commission, to deal with some issues that were affecting her board. Property visit with Concon on issues of a tree removal with Bill Grafton. Meeting with Lenny LaForest from the Fair Association regarding the close down of the clinic at the fairgrounds on the 26th. Police building committee meeting to approve change orders. Weekly owner and architect contractor meeting on the police project. Meeting with police chief, harbor master, and building commissioner Andrew Stewart on the placement of an ice machine at the town pier, dealing with some floodplain issues. Meeting with Chief Simpson, Ann Bastille, and Lisa Clark on fire overtime. DPW weekly construction meeting at the trailer. Meeting with Mr. Kilcoyne to review some select board issues. Phone call with Tom Scollins, advisory board chair, to review necessary votes to be taken by the advisory board after the joint meeting. Capital budget committee meeting to review last minute issues. Meeting with Boys and Girls Club and Craig Jameson, our rec director, to review issues for the MOU on the new courts that are built on town land at the Boys and Girls Club. Meeting with Fred Russell and airport staff, Shoreline Aviation, Keith, Jeff, and Bryant, to go over some ongoing maintenance issues. A phone call with Labor Council on the Marshfield Fire Department overtime issue. Final warrant sent to the printer. Drafted dog park update to the Stanton Foundation. Scheduled select board meeting for April 19th, 2 liquor hearings and a poll hearing. Finalized Easter egg hunt at Coast Guard Hill Playground ribbon cutting on Saturday, April 9th at 10 a.m. Scheduled cybersecurity task force first meeting for today, March 28th. Signed rebates for the police project. Worked on Marshfield housing partnership issues, office location and MOU. Attended the Marshfield Fire Department retirement party on Friday night for Deputy Cipolo, firefighter Ed Shanley, and Jim Hensley. And that is my report.
Great, thank you, Michael. Do you want to go right into the COVID-19 testing update?
Yes, I would. And we're joined by, for everyone, we're joined by Steve Darcy. Okay,
Yes.
Final vaccine PR test update for booster clinic. Total for all vaccines administered by both clinics, 86,900. Total PCR tests given at the site, 925. We had 21,350 total vaccines administered for the booster clinic in 2022, 65,550 total vaccines administered for the vaccine clinic in 2021. Booster clinic at the fairgrounds ended on Saturday, March 26th. And vaccine clinic going forward will be located back at Town Hall up on the second floor. We're going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 to 3 p.m. We're going to start off with appointments only because there is that new push for anyone that's 65 and over to get a booster. So we don't know how many people will immediately come out for something like that, but we want to be mindful of that. A total of 53 operational days open since October 30th, 2021. Last 2 weeks average of 30 vaccines a day. All 3 vaccines being offered, Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J. Walk-ins, we average about 5 to 10 on average. And that is my report.
Great, thanks, Michael. Quick question. So I read an article that said that COVID, the new Omicron or the Omicron variant is starting to grow again in Europe and other parts of the world. And there's some concern that it may, we've had this steady decline, but maybe there's a potential that we may have an incline again, an uptick. Would there be, are we leaving the door open to reopen the clinic? Or, I'm just wanting to check in on that, if you've heard that or any information you've heard.
No, you're 100% correct, Mr. Chairman, yes. So the first answer is yes. The door's always open. I had a conversation with Mr. LaForest at the fair, and they would always, make do to accommodate us. So we would have that location. There is the uptick. We see that, and there was a freak uptick with that same, something very similar happened in one of the schools, and I think it was Concord or Lexington. They actually had to shut the school down. They had 44 cases 2 weeks ago in one of the classrooms, and some of the students' family had been over in Europe, saw that issue. So, we have to be somewhat flexible, and we'll be able to do that. The one good thing is we have the space here at Town Hall to accommodate people by appointment. Right now, we're just doing 2 days a week because, it's, at 30 shots a day or something like that, that's more than feasible. If we get into something greater than that, then we can go beyond the 2 days. I mean, we're open 5 days a week, so we certainly could do that. We have more than enough nurses available to help administer the shots. We will be, when we close the clinic down at the fairgrounds, we stopped doing the testing for residents, just we don't have the capacity space. But we will be bringing the shed back here, and we'll be continuing to test any of our employees that have symptoms, both on the town side and on the school side, the same protocol. They call the Board of Health, they'll schedule for a test. Someone will meet them out at the shed and will administer a test to them. So we'll continue to do the testing also.
And another question, do we still have take-home tests available to residents, or are we giving all those away?
Nope, we actually have plenty, so if anyone needs them, we're actually going to distribute some to the senior center for them to give out. The schools have an ample supply, and we'll have them here, and, if people want, they can come by when the clinic's open and pick them up, or they can go into the Board of Health and request. So I think we have like 2,500 left.
Great, great. Thank you. Again, great work on the clinic, and, it's nice that we're able to shut it down. It definitely means that things are going in the right direction, but we always need to be on the alert, just in case. So, but I think we're prepared, and we were prepared at the very beginning of this whole thing. So, again, great job by you and the fire department and everyone else that's been involved over there at the fairground. So, Mr. Darcy, any questions, any comments?
Steve, you're muted.
You're muted, yeah. You're muted, Steve.
Thanks, Chris. Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, just the clinic closing down on Saturday was hopefully the end to a pretty big chapter in this country's history. And I'm glad that we had a great team here, and the role we would have played to vaccinate so many folks in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It was really incredible what you put together, Michael, and our team, and police and fire, all the work they did at the clinic. And I think the hardest part on Saturday for the clinic closing was having to say goodbye to Captain Clement Squares.
You're too kind.
They are nice. Great. Mr. Kilcoyne, anything?
No, I echo my colleagues' thoughts on this. Thank you.
Okay, great. So our first appointment is right now, 6:45. We have a poll hearing for Baker's Lane. Is anyone from Eversource here, Michael?
Yes, they are. If you could come up to the table. Verizon's actually here, Mr. Chairman.
Verizon, sorry, I get all
You could just state your name, sir, for the record. Yeah.
Sure, my name is Don Vonner with Verizon, and just here to represent on the poll hearing.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, if you could read the...
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to read the notice of public hearing, so I'm going to go ahead and read that. In conformity with the requirements of section 22 of chapter 166 of the general laws, Chair Ed, you are hereby notified that a public hearing will be held at the Marshfield Town Hall, Selectmen's Hearing Room, 870 Moraine Street, Marshfield, Massachusetts, on the 28th day of March 2022 at 6:45 p.m. upon petition of Verizon, New England Inc., and N-Star Electric Company, DBA Eversource Energy, dated January 25th, 2022, for permission to erect or construct and a location for a line of wires, poles, and such other fixtures as may be necessary to sustain and protect the wires of the line upon, along, across, or under the following public ways of said town, Marshfield. The Board of Selectmen, Town of Marshfield. I think that's it, right, Michael?
Yes, it is, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on this?
Yes. So this is a poll hearing. We'll turn it back over in a second, but it's a poll hearing to install a JO pole 308 4A on the southerly side of Baker's Lane. Whenever there's a poll, we schedule a poll hearing. Representatives from either Verizon or Eversource come before the board, and residents have an opportunity to show up if they want to make any comments. And with that, we'll turn it over to you, sir.
Sure. I assume everybody has the diagram in front of them, so you can see what the map itself looks like. I just came from the site myself. There was a stake in the ground, 33-ish feet away. It's been removed, so I'm going to need to get that stake back there. But for our purposes, let's assume the stake is still there. And the new pole is going to be going in on the other side of the street to bring underground to a new house at 54 Bakers Lane. And I'm available for other questions.
I mean, we've had these before. It seems pretty straightforward. You be able to provide service to the additional property. Is there anyone in the chamber, Michael, that me about her, or anybody who wants to speak on this?
Excuse me, sir, are you a person here for that hearing?
Well, yeah, I'm the homeowner.
You're the homeowner, okay. The homeowner is here, and he's in favor of this.
I'm not going to dispute it.
Okay.
Okay, good. So that's excellent. Thank you for being here, sir. All right, so Mr. Starks, any questions, concerns?
No.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
No questions, no concerns.
All right, so the board moves to approve petition of Verizon New England Inc. and Enstar Electric Company DBA Eversource Energy to install on Baker's Lane 1 JO pole 308/4A on the southern side of Baker's Lane, further to erect joint or identical locations for poles, wires, and cables, together with anchors, guides, and other such sustaining and protecting fixtures as necessary to be erected in accordance with the plan filed herewith marked VZNE Inc. Plan Number MA 2023-03 dated January 25th, 2022, the new location being approximately 660 feet northwest of the center line of Acorn Street, and it is 33 feet southeasterly of existing pole 308/4. The installation was requested by the homeowner at 54 Bakers Lane.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. A roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Hey.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to accept the poll location.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
David.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your new house.
Thank you.
So the next item, there's a first action item, was discussion and vote on Brant Rock Safety Project funding, part of fall special town meeting, Ms. Morasko.
So this is an article, this is funding for $120,000 to prepare bid documents, final design, stormwater modeling, and permitting for the Brant Rock Esplanade traffic safety upgrades. This is something that that the DPW wanted to get on the annual budget. The annual budget doesn't have that kind of reserve fund, so it needs to go to the fall special town meeting. And, you know, we've been invited, I know the chairman and I have been invited to go to the Brant Rock Village Association meeting on April 11th, and I thought it would be good if, you know, this was on the agenda and the board could talk about it prior to us going to the meeting on the 11th. And it would be funded in the fall by free cash.
Right, so I know there's been some discussion around in the general public about this particular item. I know that we have spoken about the need. I mean, there is definitely need in Brant Rock, and Brant Rock is one of the areas in town that we do need to put attention to, and I think, you know, it's very important, but I think it's important to point out that, you know, there's a lot of need, and we just need to be able to fund it. And in this situation, when we've had emergencies with the sewage break and some other emergencies in town that have taken precedence, but it is good, and I think it's very important that we show that we're committed to Brant Rock and that we want to fund this and put it in motion. So I think it's a great plan. I think being able to go ahead and fund it in the fall and put it in special town meeting, obviously special town meeting, to decide if they're gonna move forward with this article, but, we will present this article to the special town meeting in the fall. So, Mr. Darcy, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I know that people get frustrated sometimes with the pace at which their projects or interests move forward, and we do the best we can. We have a lot of different villages in Marshfield, but they don't need to address the ones like so. We like to do what we can. We got to prioritize and allocate resources, and if it makes anyone feel better, I mean, I am in the town government, and I don't have a dog park after 5 years, so. So if you're not in town government and you're frustrated with how small things move, like, don't worry. We're gonna take care of it. It just takes time, so stay patient, and they definitely support moving forward with it.
That's an excellent point, Mr. Darcy. Excellent point. So, Mr. Kilcoyne.
Yes, I'm supportive of this article coming up in the fall, and I'm also supportive of utilizing free cash to fund it.
Okay, great. So, the board moves to fund the Brent Rock Esplanade traffic safety upgrades at the fall special town meeting in the amount of $120,000.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. A roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to support the Brant Lock Esplanade traffic safety upgrade for the fall special town meeting.
Excellent. So next item is a discussion and vote on appointment of Gregory Guimond, our town planner, as Marshfield's representative on the MAPC. It's my understanding that Mr. Guimond had been on that committee and was not aware that he had been removed or that we had a vacancy. I mean, he's more than willing to serve on it, and I do think it's important that we have representation. Is there anything else, Mr. Moresco, that we need to be aware of?
Mr. Chairman, so it's interesting, we have not been participating in the MAPC. About 6 or 7 years ago, town meeting took a vote and wanted to remove themselves from the MAPC. Only because, not because they're not a good organization, but because they were Boston-centric. So we were one of the outliers, so we got scraps. And so we've been, over the last 4 or 5 years, been working with the Old Colony Council on assistance. And now Mark Drayson reached out to us, and he is going to be working with the planner and working with the chamber on funding an economic study. So they very much want to be able to assist us. They very much want us to participate. They want to have Marshfield back and active. Even when we were gone under the legislation, we still had to pay our fee to belong. But now they're willing to work with us. They've ponied up some funding that's going to help to do an economic study that will look at all economic areas within the town. So it's important that we have representation, and Greg in the past has done a wonderful job.
No, absolutely, and maybe I don't recall town meeting wanting to step away from the MAPC, but I appreciate you reminding me or bringing that up. I do think, more and more as dynamics change and people move out of the cities and more people working from home and such now, it's imperative that we have a seat at the table. I mean, it's hard to get your fair share of the spoils or the dinner, if you want to use that analogy, without being at the table. So I think it's important we have that representation. So, Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, certainly understand the history here, but at the end of the day, it's another grant funding pool that we'll have a seat at the table for, and Greg's a great guy and a great pick, so I'll definitely support this.
Great. Mr. Kilcoyne?
I agree. Greg will do a great job representing us again. Mr. Moresco, is there any conflict with the prior vote saying that they want to withdraw and us participating?
We've been working. We still have to pay them thousands of dollars a year to belong. So I don't.
Right, you have to belong where you want to belong. I get that part.
They wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us out. Believe it or not. So at the end, that's a great question, Mr. Kilcoyne. The MAPC was the first regional planning organization with enabling legislation that came into existence, and they have one of the strong. You can never get out.
No,
Even
you're
if
in.
you die,
I
you
get
can't
the
get
fact
out.
you're in,
Yeah.
and you have to participate.
But we will need to participate because they do a lot of different things. We've been away for the while. Why we were away is because they were not helping us, and that was the
I
thing.
understand. I'm just saying, is
No, it's okay for us to participate.
Yeah, so there isn't,
Because
there
we're a
isn't a
paying
legal
member.
issue that we have to go back to
No.
town meeting? Okay, that,
Because we told town meeting they wouldn't let us out. There's no way we,
so we've technically never been out.
that's correct.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That's a great point. That's a great point, Mr. Cook. I thought of that myself, but I assumed it was good for us to be in, but that's what I get for assuming. It's great for asking, so.
Thank you.
All right, great. So, the board moves to appoint Greg Guimond, town planner, as Marshall's representative to the Metropolitan Area Planning Council, MAPC, for a term of 3 years.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. Roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to appoint Greg Guimond, town planner, Marshfield's representative, Metropolitan Area Planning Council.
Great. Next is discussion and vote on the appointment to Veterans Library Board of Trustees, Robert Marzelli. Mr. Marzelli has been involved in our town for many years. He's former town council. He's also had other activities and other boards and commissions he's been a part of. And, I have no questions. I applaud him wanting to get back involved in town. Mr. Darcy.
No questions.
Okay.
No, he'll be great. No questions, no comments.
Great. So the board moves to appoint Robert Marzelli to the Ventress Library Board of Trustees for a 3-year term.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. Roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to appoint Robert Marzelli to the Veterans Library Board of Trustees.
Next is discussion and vote on field trip requests for Brett Rock and Wrexham Beaches by the Wellesley Public Schools. Mr. Moresco.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, thank you. This happens quite a while now. Wellesley's been coming to Marshfield to do science projects out on the beach, and we love to see people from other communities come here. Wellesley Public Schools is looking to use the Marshfield beaches to facilitate outdoor marine science field trips. They're looking to use Wrexham and Brant Rock over a number of days with rain dates. And it's been signed off by the police department. It's been signed off by our beach commission. Now they just need approval from the Board of Selectmen.
Yeah, I knew they'd done this in the past, and again, I think it's a great testament to our beaches and the beauty of our beaches and the usefulness of both our beaches and our ocean, shorelines for education. And I applaud them for doing it. So I have no other questions. Mr. Darcy.
Yeah. If they're there for like a marine biology element to learn, they might have a fun time with Mike Mayo since we'll have those shark movies up.
That's right. They will
Should be a good field trip.
Yes.
Excellent.
Good. Mr. Cohen.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful that, 30 or 40 second graders will be coming to our beaches, and we'll be able to have a chance to showcase our town and also show off our beautiful environment, what we have here. So I think that's great. I do want to make sure also that it's noted that they will be fully supervised by the parents and teachers as well. So, thank you.
Duly noted. Great. So the board moves to approve the Wellesley Public Schools request to use the Marshfield Beach facilities for an outdoor marine science field trip on the following dates. Again, there's no issues with our police 4 beaches. May 6th, 2022, with the rain date of May 24th. That would be Wrexham Beach and that would be Honeywell School, May 6th, with the rain date of May 20th. That's Brant Rock Beach Bait School, May 19th, with the rain date of May 20th. That would be also at Wrexham for the Fisk School, May 20th, 2022, with the rain date of June 3rd. That would be at Wrexham with Sprague School, May 20th, with the rain date of June 6th. And that's at Brant Rock Beach Upham School. Next is May 23rd, with the rain date of May 24th. That's Hardy School at Wrexham Beach. And June 7th, 2022, with the rain date of June 6th. And that's Schofield School at Wrexham Beach.
Second.
Motion's been made and duly seconded. Roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous approval for the Wellesley Public Schools to use the Marshfield beaches.
And the next thing is discussion and vote on transfer of $150,000 from overlay surplus account. Mr. Moresco.
Mr. Chairman, it's a normal, when we're putting the budget together, we request from the assessors. So this is a request from the assessors to take 150 from the overlay account that was not spent. The overlay account, for those who are listening and aren't familiar, overlay money, you'll see in the budget, if you look at it, we give them $300,000, and those are to deal with abatements. And the money that doesn't get spent, then it goes to the, it goes into the overlay account, the surplus account, because it's surplus money. So Board of Selectmen then does a letter to the Board of Assessors requesting the transfer. Once the letter goes down, Anne Marie will schedule a meeting with the assessors, and they will vote on the request.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. This is to help us fight, balance the budget and abate taxes. I have no questions. Darcy?
No questions.
School Coin?
No questions, no comments.
Okay. So the board moves to request from the Board of Assessors to transfer an amount not to exceed $150,000 from the overlay surplus account to be used at the town meeting on April 25th, 2022.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. A roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote. Thank you.
Great. And do we have enough signatures for the March 14th
Yes.
Yes.
minutes? Okay, great. So I'm going to make a motion to vote to accept the minutes of March 14th, 2022.
Second.
A motion's been made and duly seconded. A roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to accept the minutes, March 14th, 2022.
Great, I believe that's it. So I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and duly seconded. Roll call is in order. Mr. Rowland?
Aye.
Mr. Darcy?
Aye.
Mr. Kilcoyne?
Aye.
Unanimous vote to adjourn. Thank you and good evening.
Great, thanks everyone.
Thanks for coming in, Rick.
Welcome. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Anne Marie.